I know you guys can't hear it, but I can. Hopefully, I have to get DMA seed. We'll find out. Okay. Welcome back to the Dutch and Denver podcast. I'm Dutch and I'm in and around Denver, and it's Friday night. I know I'm late, but I had stuff to do. We get the World Series fired up here, and it's not gonna be fun for anyone today. Holler about shit and go nuts. I'm done. Well, I've always been done, but we're done with the political atmosphere. I just can't. I mean, we might have to go back and do a little bit of me explain to you what rights you actually have compared to what you think you have. It's spelled out to you like you're a fucking child. Because most of you are. Maybe not the people who watch this, but yeah, most of you are fucking children. And you have absolutely no clue what's real and what's true and any of that. But don't worry. Uncle Dutchbo is here to help you. Let's do sports first while I'm trying to find this. Because SC's not until 10 or 9, so we'll watch them at 9. But where are we at? Last week we talked about betting on the Broncos. That's fucking terrible. They still haven't played yet, so they're all on board for Carolina this weekend. Heavy favorites, like +9 or some crazy shit like that. I mean, they're at home. I hope they don't fuck it up. But again, I have zero faith in them. In any of them. They're all morons. The rest of the teams. It's been a while. Did I get one last week or was it just late? Or did you get 2 last week that were off schedule? All right, it doesn't matter. The Broncos, they fucked me on Thursday night because they actually came out and played, and what's her face was terrible. The Dodgers just got 1 in. So let's just double check the scores here. Not gonna show it. That's fine. He's safe by a mile. Okay, so yeah, the Broncos screwed me. I'm still not convinced. Bo Nix sucks. The other guy, the coach sucks. Sean Payton's an asshole. Fuck that. And yeah, not convinced. I'm happy we won. Don't get me wrong. I love when we win. Makes me happy. I don't have to beat the wife or the dog or the kids or anything like that or neighbors. It's great. Yeah, it's 1-0 Dodgers. It's good to see. Okay. Let's talk about some other things that aren't great. USC, Lincoln Riley has to fucking go, and so does Miller Moss. I've been saying that for weeks. It stands true. We lost to Minnesota and Maryland. I don't give a shit. Get rid of Lincoln Riley and get rid of Miller Moss. Town Square, burn them at the stake. That's where I'm at right now. We'll see how they do tonight. I have little confidence. I mean, 14-point favorites. Do we cover? Absolutely not. But maybe. They're hard to bet. Rutgers coming all the way to us. We'll see. If they lose, though, I mean, I will riot. I've already told Higgins that he should clear a spot for me for my plans to overthrow the athletic department over there at USC. And he is yet to do that for me. So hop on that, Higgins. Let's talk about the Buffs. I'm happy. I'm very happy with the situation that we are currently in. I don't know if we talked about this. The Kansas game we should have won. Absolutely should have won that game. The other one was good. Shiloh played a little bit better. Shador, everybody played a little bit better. Hunter was out for a lot too, so we're not, running at full strength yet. But I'm happy where we're at. for the team that we are. Cincinnati, I don't think is going to be much of a test this week, but again, it's my football teams, and they always seem to shock and appall me with their antics. I mean, they just fucking hate me. Avalanche. Okay. I don't know when the last time we touched base on this, but Forgiev is fucking terrible and should never play another NHL game unless the other goalie is literally missing his physical head and is dead. But the Avalanche have somehow figured out that Georgiev is terrible, and we've played Ananen the last 3 games, started him the last 3 games. I'm happy. I still think our defense puts him in some bad situations sometimes, but we're short defensemen. And yes, Cale Makar is there, but he's not a defenseman. He's an offensive player, and I don't care what anyone says. We also got a lot of forwards hurt. We got a lot of people hurt for being like 6-7 games in the season. Okay. So while it's not an excuse, I mean, I'm good with where we're at. Minus if Forgiev had never started, we'd probably be undefeated right now. So I hope Forgiev never sees the ice again. If you want to make him a backup that plays every 30 games, fine. I'm fine with that. That's the other thing. What happened to goalies? Like, I don't follow other teams that closely, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Patrick Waugh played like every game of the season. Maybe had 1 or 2 nights off. What the fuck is this shit? Like every 3rd night you gotta have off. Get your ass in there and be the goalie. So yeah, Hughes is on in. Great. Middlestat, love him. Makar, McKinnon, obviously they're the best players in hockey. They're coming along. Ross Colton is a fucking beast. Wood, everybody's coming. We just need Natushkin back because we don't have somebody in their crease knocking people out, getting tips and stuff. So we need Natushkin back. Once he gets over his coke addiction, he should be joining us. They're saying like November. We got some hurt guys. LOC's all right. I still hate Sammy G. That guy sucks, and I don't know what our fucking love for him is, but whatever. Avalanche, I'm happy now that we have realized Georgiev is fucking useless and we should never play him in a hockey game again. So they played last night and smoked the Utah fucking hockey club. Let's see what they do on Sunday. Okay, they got a break, so there should be no reason for Forgiev to be in there. Ananen has a break. He heads home. He can chill out. Great. Another team that screws me is the Nuggets. How do you lose at home first game of the season by 30 or 20? It doesn't matter. They got their fucking asses kicked. I'll tell you why. Because the Nuggets have been diagnosed with colorectal cancer. Yeah, that's right. Ass cancer. They have cancer of the ass, and they're basically dead. They're dead. It's all fucking over for them. And you know why? Because they got Russell Westbrook. That guy is a cancer for everything he touches. I don't understand why anyone thinks that was a good idea. And I'm not like a huge basketball fan. Okay. I watch playoffs. I watch games when I can catch them. If I have money on them, things like that. I know Kevin Westbrook is a cancer on the game. Especially if he's on your team. So yeah, the Nuggets are fucked because he's on our team. I'm not sure Joker cares anymore, but I don't think he cares enough to retire in the middle of the season. Higgins, you fucking idiot. My 2 NBA guys are at odds with each other, and I don't think they know it, but Higgins, blinded by delusion, thinks that the Lakers are going to win and wants me to put a futures bet. I wouldn't do that for all the money in the world. And then Blip thinks that the Celtics are going to win again. The Celtics are not going to repeat, and the Lakers sure as hell aren't going to win. The Celtics, They were handed that last year because they're cocksuckers in the East, and that's how you win championships is you be a team in the East. And every once in a while, the league is like, all right, these are where all of our focus is, and we have to ram this down people's throats. So we got to let you win this year. Fine. The Lakers are not going to win. They have so much cancer nepotism in there. It ain't happening, man. What's the nepotism, you ask? Well, let me tell you. Bronny, LeBron James Jr., Lil Bronny, with LeBron James. It's been long known Bronny Jr., LeBron Jr. sucks. Like, he's fucking awful. I mean, he got on the in college because of his dad, and then sorry, game's over here, so I'm watching that too. While we're rambling on, and then his dad, I mean, got him on the Lakers. If you think any differently, you're a fucking idiot. He's short. I mean, he was posted at like, I don't know, let's say 6'5", and it turns out he's like 6'1", you know, through all this combine stuff. No, this is pure nepotism. And that's why the Lakers aren't going to win. Also, I mean, they're not good. LeBron James is 100 years old. The other ones are going to be hurt all the time. And I'm not sure the refs can, like, call games in the Lakers' favor and the Celtics and the entirety of the East. Like, people are catching on and they're getting a little pissed off and they're done with it. Other than that, last week's bets did not go great. I'm pretty sure. It's a roller coaster of a ride, man. Let me check real quick what we did last week. I know last night fucked me because the Nuggets are cocksuckers. Just pieces of shit assholes. Yeah, man. Like, so the Monday night game I had over 47, that hit easy. Nuggets win hit easy. And then Avalanche win hit easy. And then Nuggets -1.5. And that was like plus 500. Okay. You know, put $100 on that. You make a nice little deal. Well, the Nuggets shit all over the floor, so it didn't matter. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Niners money line and over. Yep, lost that. West Virginia, Kansas State, lost that. When was that? 19th? Yeah, that was last week. The Illinois over Michigan, or the Illinois plus 4.5 and won. Nebraska fucked me, dude. Those guys are never again. Plus 6.5. Lose by 50. Bunch of fucking Nebraska's always been a bunch of absolute losers. And they have just proved that time and time again. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, Colorado screwed me on the money line though. Or I'm sorry, on the over. Because I took him on the money line and then got the over for a little short plus 300 parlay. So yeah, pretty bad. Jacksonville got me some money by covering. And then we're on to this week's. Like I said, the parlay last night screwed me. I don't even know where we're at with college this week. I'm in a blender and don't know what to do. Is that Carlos? The Yankees just hit a 2-run dinger. Well, show me who hit it. Whoever 27 for the Yankees is. Ooh, Higgins got to be beating somebody. Whatever. This I don't really care about. I mean, I'd like the Dodgers to win. Well, actually, it was Stanton. Guy's like 104 and still smashing bombs. Fuck Aaron Judge. Guy's a pussy. So are the rest of them. Except Ohtani, the guy's a beast. All right. Let's get into stuff that's gonna piss people off because I've been waiting to long for this. We're getting close enough, and there's enough like propaganda and just absolute insane shit on my timeline. Like the Radicalize You page on Twitter. that I just have to say some things. And I believe there's no way you can justify your side because your side has gone so unbelievably crazy about what I'm going to talk about. So if you find yourself disagreeing with me, your side has become, your argument for that has become so unbelievably psychotically unjustifiable. It's not even fucking funny anymore. Like, I mean, it's funny to me, but then I realized, like, wait a minute, these people get a vote and they're gonna cheat, and we're probably fucked. And then these people are gonna be running stuff. But first of all, let's start, man. The McDonald's thing. Hear me out on this, okay? I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist unless it's not a conspiracy and I know it's true and you guys just label me as one. And then it turns out, because remember, and this is on the internet, like March of 2020, 2019, whenever COVID was getting started, I was like, this is fucking fake. And this is nothing. Well, it turns out that I was right, along with a lot of other people. But I know someone who died of COVID. No, they didn't. No one you know died of COVID. They might have died with COVID, but no one died of COVID. I'm sorry. And if you've been lied to and you feel like I'm being crass and all that, it's wake up time, bitch. No one you know died of COVID. They died with COVID. Lots of people die with stuff, things that make their underlying conditions much, much worse. Okay. Being a fat ass, old, respiratory issues, all that. Yeah, the flu kills people too, but nobody dies from influenza. They die with influenza. Maybe some people die from influenza. I don't think so, though. Okay, you don't die from a cold, and that's what COVID was, and we shut down the whole world for it. Never forget what those fucking people did to you. And when I say those fucking people, that is now going to be our term for the left. We'll have some other ones, but yeah, never forget what those fucking people did to you. That is exactly what they did. They made you watch people die on video cameras from a nursing home because you couldn't go see grandma, you couldn't go see mom, couldn't go see dad, you couldn't go see your family, you couldn't do any of this stuff because of the COVID. Okay? Never forget what they did. And they did this. And if you still think that it's dangerous, sorry, buddy. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona for you. But whatever. Now, so that conspiracy theory that came true. I got another one, man. Hear me out here. Trump went and worked at a McDonald's on Sunday. It's Friday if you're listening, so 5 days ago. Or whatever, however you want to count it. And he cooked some fries from some burgers. He's helped some people at the drive-thru. And then a couple days later, McDonald's has a deadly, and I mean deadly, which it's not funny, but a deadly E. coli outbreak from the onions in the quarter pounder. Okay. That doesn't seem weird to anybody else. That Monday after Trump was over there slinging burgers and fries, man, McDonald's had breakfast lines around corners. People loved that shit. It was great. If you guys, but I'm just saying that Trump was there, people loved it, and all of a sudden now they have E. coli. I'm pretty sure the Democrats did some of that. They're poisoning and killing people so you don't vote for Trump. I 100% believe that. They're that psychotic. And I can prove they're that psychotic. And I will do that. But just remember that. That's reason one, that they're that psychotic. Reason two, well, not even reason two, but that's the other thing about the whole little working at McDonald's thing. Some of these people on the left are like, oh my God, the McDonald's is closed. It wasn't even real. It was all staged. Yeah. Duh. You thought he walked into an actual functioning fucking McDonald's and was like, hey man, step aside, give me an apron, let's serve some customers. Fuck no, he didn't. You guys have tried to kill him twice. Of course they're going to shut that place down. They're going to screen the employees. They're going to screen everybody. They're going to screen the people that drive through. But yes, they're going to put on a political theater. You guys have been doing this for fucking your entire lives. Kamala going on the Call Her Daddy show, you know, editing podcasts, editing TV interviews, all that. Yeah, it's all staged. Joe Biden has his own like little staged Oval Office somewhere else. He's not even in the Oval Office half the time. It's a stage. We've already been over this. It's political theater. Now, did they fire up the actual fry oil and did Trump probably cook some French fries? Yeah, probably. But the point is he went down and hung out with the people and they loved him for that. But of course it was fucking closed, you goddamn idiots. If you thought that he was going to, again, just stroll into a McDonald's on a Sunday afternoon, he'd be like, hey, man, I'm here to fry some French fries, and just let any wacko walk through that front door and get in that drive-in lane when I hand him shit, you're out of your mind. Of course it was political theater. All of it is. Even the rallies are. All these people, except if it's a Trump rally, because half the people, you know, you guys got wackos in the corner trying to kill him. All right. The other thing, man. Let me get a chewer. I'm getting fired up. Ooh. Ducks on a pond for the Yankees. Top of 6. 2 outs. Yankees have runners on first and second. It's 2-1 Yankees. All right. The other thing, and I think I've kind of said this before, but I don't know. Actually, I don't know who listens to this. It's probably just my friends and people who agree with me. But you guys got to stop with the Trump Hitler shit, okay? Like, that's not even... And, okay, so that's another reason that the left has gone so fucking crazy that it's not even close. You know, like, I mean, people on the left are calling Trump Hitler, and not only is that wrong, like, factually, okay, he's not even close to Hitler. But, I mean, that's wrong respectfully, man. You can either love or hate Trump, and it doesn't matter how much you hate Trump. He isn't 1/1 billionth of as bad as fucking Hitler. Hitler tried to exterminate everyone that wasn't a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude. Okay? And he let the women hang around because he needed them to procreate. Other than that, you were fucking gone. And he, you know, I won't say he made a pretty good dent at it, but he gave it a good fucking effort. You know, he killed a lot of people being a psycho. Trump isn't even where near that. And like I said a million times, the true anti-Semites, you know, people who don't like Jews, are on the left. Ilhan Omar, everybody who supports Iran. Fuck Iran. Fuck everyone in the Middle East except Israel. We keep Saudi for a little bit, as long as they're our bitch. But seriously, get rid of these savage fucks. And, all right, did I talk about this earlier? But a little side note about the Israel stuff. I don't think I'll use any names, but someone like a good friend of mine, you know, drinking, fucking around, brought it up. And this friend is under the notion that Israel's killing innocent people. And that they're the murderers and they're the whatever. And there are two things to me. A, that is 100% unfactual to an extent. Is Israel killing innocent people? Unintentionally, yes. Okay? And when I say unintentionally, it's because Hamas and all these terrorist scumbag fucks, which that's what they are, okay? They put their headquarters, their weapon storages, all their shit under schools, under hospitals, under apartment complexes. I mean, they use people as human shields. Okay, and unfortunately, despite Israel telling everybody like, "Hey, man, we're gonna bomb this. You gotta get the fuck out of the way." Blah blah blah. Here's some leaflets, raid all this. Sometimes you get some collateral damage. I do not feel bad for that at all because, part of me says they allowed it to happen. Part of me says they didn't. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just the way it works. Sometimes, you want to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs. And I am, at this point, I'm 100%. If Israel can do whatever the fuck they want to get rid of the people that are trying to wipe them off the face of the planet. And that's the other thing that you guys don't understand. Israel would be fine existing in the Middle East around the Arabs if everybody just goes and does their own thing. The Arabs are not fine existing around Israel. They want them gone. They want us gone. So I don't know how you can support them. We're the great devil, death to America. So if you're an American over here, you're like, free Palestine, support Palestine. A, not a country, so shut up, nerd. But yeah, they want you dead. I don't know how you can support them. You're the great devil. Death to America. You're American. They're like, they hate you. You're a fucking idiot. These people are like, yeah, fuck America. And you're like, yeah, go Palestine. You're an idiot. Now, in my friend's defense, I think the information that he gets is wrong. But I'm not sure that they know any better, which is unfortunate because I believe they're surrounded in their own bubble, kind of like maybe I'm surrounded in my own little bubble. Not entirely sure that I'm in my own little bubble, but I know they are. And that's just the point of this story was what I'm being told by my side and what they are being told by their side is so completely fucking different. It's not even funny. There was an interesting thing that I saw. I don't know. It was real or not, but they were talking to some Muslim guy. And he's like, are you okay with Israel? And he's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. And they're like, why? He says, let me tell you. It's how many Muslim states? I don't know, what is there, like 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 Muslim countries, and then a bunch of states inside there? They got places to go. How many African countries are there? Lots. They got places to go. How many? I guess because he this is where we ran into some problems. Is he said Muslim, which is a religion, but also a political affiliation. So I'm gonna tie it into race. But like, how many Christian countries are there? Fucking tons. You can go to a lot of places. How many like Asian political countries and all that? Tons. How many Jewish? One. There's only one Jewish country in the entire world. That's Israel. One. And if you're anyone who's not an absolute uncultured savage, like the people Hamas and all those fucking assholes, I think you can let them have one fucking country, man. And you cannot try and wipe them off the face of the planet. And then when you're done with them, come for us. Is that too much to ask? Apparently so. And that's why, again, these people are fucking savages and need to be exterminated. But Dutch, you're starting to sound like Hitler. I mean, the difference is the Jews weren't trying to exterminate people. These guys are, and we need to... They're the modern day Nazis, like trying to get rid of the Jews. So again, when you're bringing this full circle here, calling Trump Hitler is just, it makes you sound fucking stupid. And I know there's people that believe it and they're scared and like, oh, Trump's so bad and blah, blah, blah. And holy shit, though, nerds. He's not. Again, I've yet to hear, I know some people listen to this. Okay, maybe not a lot, but let's say 3 people listen to this. Do those three people have three friends? One of them's got to be a liberal. Just give me one liberal to answer one question. What has Trump ever done that has affected you in a negative way, policy wise? And if you're hurt by his words because he called you a faggot, you're a faggot and pussy. Shut up, nerd. But calling him Hitler is like, I mean, that's way over the line for anybody, man. That guy's the most evil person to probably ever exist. I know he's in the running with some other, or there's some assholes in the running with him, but Trump's not even close to that. So just stop saying, even if people on the left are like, dude, stop with that shit. Because that's just disrespectful to the Holocaust. And like I said, I mean, the true anti-Semites are on the left. The Squad, Omar, all those people, they fucking hate Jews. I mean, they're like Hitler level hate Jews. And that is an actual comparison I can make. They want them gone. Like, from this world. Yeah. The Jews don't want these people gone from this world. They want these people gone from trying to murder them. And if it involves murdering them, I don't know, it's murdering, killing in combat. Let's call it that. If it involves that, fine. But the difference is Israel is okay coexisting if these other fuckers aren't trying to wipe them off the face of the earth. These people are not okay coexisting. And if you can't see that, once again, that's a you problem. Like, you're an idiot. And that's usually a leftist thing. You know, you support people who want to eradicate Israel. No, Israel was there first. Trust me, you fucking idiots. They were there long before any Arabs. They were there when Egypt took them to be slaves. So they had to be there before Egypt. It's not like God plopped them there and then Egypt's like, oh, let's go grab them. They were there doing stuff and they were expanding whatever, and then Egypt got them. So they were there long before any Arabs. Okay. So if we're going to talk about who was there first, it's clearly the fucking Jews. Well, like I said, full circle though, fuck that, man. Stop with the Jewish shit. The anti-Jew stuff, okay? That is Hitler-esque. Trump is not. And again, he's not a fascist. You guys don't know what a fucking fascist is, you idiots. It's getting real annoying real fast. And then I have to think, oh my God, these fucking people can vote and are voting. All right. Let's go to some screenshots on the old Twitter. That's going to prove the extremism of these whackers on the left. Okay, how do I... All right. I got this one bookmarked. All right, so there is this... we'll even call her out. Andrea Junker. Strand Junker. Blah, blah, blah. And Dum over here says McDonald's in the U.S. This was October 20th, so I think this was before the fucking Equal Act shit. McDonald's in the U.S., the employee makes $15 an hour, gets no benefits, and a Big Mac is $5.90. McDonald's in Denmark, the employee gets $22 an hour, 6 weeks vacation, 1 year paid maternity leave, life insurance, and a pension, and a Big Mac is $5.66. Tell us more about how raising the minimum wage would affect the cost of the hamburger. All right, so Andrea, let me explain something to you. You're patently fucking wrong. Hey, if you work at McDonald's full time, you get great fucking benefits. Okay, McDonald's will send you to college, even if you're part time. Okay. So, and in California, they're getting way more than $15 an hour. And a Big Mac ain't $5.90, you dumbass. Secondly, in Denmark, the employee 22 hours, none of this stuff I'm sure about. I bet you a Big Mac is not $5.66 in Denmark. Also, it's a different Big Mac. I can fucking tee it. There's no goddamn way that it's cheaper in Denmark than it is here. Because I've been some places and McDonald's is always more expensive other places because it's not, you got to ship that shit out. And it doesn't taste the same. It's not the fucking same. Also, in Denmark, your those employees, maybe $22 an hour. Is that 22 American dollars? Because the Denmark money is not as valuable as American money. So that's stupid. 6 weeks vacation. I know you get vacation as a McDonald's employee. This is just patently false, and it's a lie. Now, to Denmark, the most important thing about Denmark is, yeah, you might get all this shit. Let's assume it's true. You're paying like 60% in taxes. Jesus Christ, that's a part you did left out, you dumbass. Is you're getting fucking raped in taxes. Yeah, you might make $22 an hour, but 60% of that goes to taxes. Now, let's do a little math. What's 50% of $22 an hour? It'd be $11. Let's add another 10%, another buck. So effectively, you're making $10 an hour because you're getting taxed out the fucking ass. And if you're an American, you make $15 an hour, you're not paying any taxes. Well, I have to pay taxes. No, you're not actually. Okay, yes. At the time that you're getting paid, you're paying taxes, but you get all back refund. So you essentially don't pay any fucking taxes. That ain't that way it works in Denmark. Okay? So you get $10 an hour in Denmark. You might get 6 weeks vacation. You might get 1 year paid maternity leave, life insurance, pension, all that dumb crap. But I know you get benefits at McDonald's. Okay? You get great fucking benefits at McDonald's. This is just a patent lie. But people on the left are like, yeah, I know, blah, blah, blah. Fuck McDonald's and we need minimum wage. The true minimum wage is $0. Remember that. What do you mean, Dutch? Well, let me explain something to you, nerd. You can raise the minimum wage as high as you want. And then companies are going to be like, well, it's not economical for me to pay this to you who's mopping the floor. So we're going to have to let you go. And now you don't have a job and now you're getting $0. Or it's not economical to pay you $20, $15 an hour to take orders. So we're just going to install a kiosk. So again, you're unemployed and the true minimum wage is fucking $0. Moving on about the crazy. This is that I'm proving you that, I mean, even on the right side, like we have some wackos, but this is the left as a whole. The Victoria's Secret Fashion Show was on October 14th, 15th. I don't know, a while back. I missed it. Didn't get to talk about it. There were 2 trannies in it. I'm looking at the picture of the tranny right now. Clearly a fucking tranny. Ugly, disgusting looking person. Sorry. Vicky's Secret models are supposed to be hot to sell lingerie. This man is gross. Do not applaud this shit. But if you click on the actual tweet, it's blah blah blah. This person, Saint.2 or Do2. Alex Kosani on the Victoria's Secret runway. I don't think you guys understand this is history. That's the other thing. Let's talk about this. Technically, everything is history. Okay? Like, once it happens, it's history. Once I say the word dog, that is now history. If it happened in the past, it's history. Now, if we're going to say something is historic, I guess that adds weight to it, but that also just means it's historic. It's history. Historical is not a word, by the way, so we're not going to use that. But saying it's historic, you know, to have the first Asian woman vice president, whatever the fuck, like Kamala, you know. Yes, it's history because it happened, Historic, if you're going to add a little more weight to it, sure. I think you would say historically significant is what you're looking for. Having some ugly dude up there trying to be a woman is not historically significant for Victoria's Secret. I thought they learned their lesson, and they quite haven't, because they're still in the toilet. But what I want to talk about is the comments on this. How delusional people are on the left. All right, so let me paint a picture for you if you guys can't find it. It is a dude, clearly a dude, flat-chested, skinny, David Bowie looking dude. It's a dude. Like, you can absolutely tell it's a dude. Or it's the ugliest fucking woman you've ever seen. And this person calls it, making history. Now, here are the comments. Robbed of her screen time. It's a dude, so it's not a her, by the way. And ugly wings, but beautiful nevertheless. I'm fucking gagging. That's crazy. Robbed of his screen time. And the wings are ugly, but ugly person, ugly wings. Not beautiful. Absolutely insane. A trans woman on the Victoria's Secret runway. I'm so happy I could cry. Again, if that makes you so happy that you're bordering on tears, you've got to get your fucking life together. That is nothing other than a complete and utter failure on the part of Victoria's Secret. Some people are funny because they're like, they've had ugly dudes walk the runway before, blah, blah, blah. A mentally ill man. Yeah, great. Love it. All this stuff. That's amazing. Everything about it was so perfect. The confidence, the energy. It was not. It's terrifying. It's just the comments are just these people are brain damaged and delusional. And if you're on board with this, you're brain damaged and delusional. Moving on. There's another person, Kristen Raworth, Kristen Raworth, who's a goddamn idiot, talking about gender neutral bathrooms. Okay. And why they, we should have them. Like, you should let anybody go into anybody's bathroom. And her example is an airplane. I wonder how many people against gender neutral bathrooms emotionally manage airplanes, implying that we're emotionally managing, the girls' bathroom at the elementary school because we don't want some dude in there. Well, Kristen, let me explain something to you, you fucking retard. Airplane bathrooms are for one person. You know how I know that? Because I've tried to get two people in there and it doesn't work. I mean, it does, but it is very fucking uncomfortable and you get a lot of looks and it's not great. Okay? That's why the bathrooms of your house, you goddamn retard, are gender neutral. Because they're meant for one person at a time. But a collective bathroom at an elementary school, that's why we have gender. Because a 6-year-old girl doesn't need to see a 30-year-old confused dude in there trying to take a piss. That's why. It's very fucking different. But that's what I'm talking about. They have gone absolutely crazy. Of course, airplane bathrooms are gender neutral, you fucking third grader. There's only 2 of them. Sometimes there's only 1 on the plane. And they're only meant for one person at a time. But they don't have a urinal on them. This is the psychosis that I'm talking about. Don't worry, I think there's one from the right that I've got to There's this person that said, "Oh boy, it triggers so many men on here when we say we assuming as women. You don't have to tell your husband who you voted for, and that says everything. That's literally why we're shouting the message from the rooftops." I agree. You don't have to tell anyone who you voted for. I don't think you should. I think you should keep that shit to yourself. If someone asks you, you can tell them, or you can say, "I would prefer not to tell you." Okay? Easy enough. So another dumbass street. Now, we're going to the right. Because I'm going to shit on this person too. So you can't say that I'm biased. Isabel Maria DeLuca. Isabel M. DeLuca. At Isabel M. DeLuca. She posts a picture and it says, "This cost me $175. I don't care if you think Trump is mean." Which I've used that argument a lot. I don't care if you think he's mean. You know, his policies are good and life was better with him, even though you think he's mean. But I believe this person is wrong because I'll tell you what's in the picture. This picture, I'm assuming, is from Whole Foods, but it is 2 quarts of Kettle and Fire bone broth. I'll get to that in a minute. Stonyfield Greek yogurt, which is 100% grass-fed yogurt. Okay. Some honey. 2 12-packs of pasture-raised organic eggs from Vital Farms. It looks like there's 6 like vacuum-sealed individual 1-pound things of grass-fed organic beef, ground beef. And then there's a thing of Kerrygold butter. I have many problems with this. Let's just start number 1. Bone broth is beef broth. Stop fucking saying any differently, you fucking idiots. Okay? I'm not sure if it matters whether it's fucking organic or not, but it seems like Kettle and Fire is a name, like a super duper fancy name brand. Just get the Swansons. Also, grass-fed Greek yogurt. I mean, it's a bacteria culture. Who cares what milk it is? It's growing mold in it. The honey, I can't really see, but I know the brand label. I know it's called like local honey. Honey's expensive. The eggs, you can't fucking tell me. Come on, man. You don't need a $12 12-pack of eggs. Again, the people who are like organic is the best. Yeah, sometimes I will give you that. Sometimes organic filet mignon is pretty good. There's also some inorganic stuff that's pretty fucking good too. Okay. Now, dude, the 6 pounds of beef. I don't know why you buy 6 pounds of ground beef like that. Just get the regular shit. Kerrygold butter, I know is expensive. If you get a 4-pack of that, that's just like $12. Now, the other thing. The fuck kind of shopping list is this? Now, you might have stuff at home. Don't get me wrong. You might, and I might be wrong. But this is not what people don't eat: eggs, beef, bone broth, butter, and yogurt with some honey. That can't be a shopping list, man. Now, if you were just pointing out that these specific things are what cost you so much, awesome. But in the comments, a million people are like, it doesn't cost this much. Which, I mean, maybe you live in downtown New York and you had it delivered from fucking Uber for, $50 delivery fee. It'd probably cost you a fortune. But, yeah. So if you're on the right, this is a bad way to do stuff. I know you're lying. And if you're not lying, I think it's in poor taste of you to go to Whole Foods or wherever and find the most expensive shit you can find and be like, oh my God, it's so expensive. That'd be like me going to, Whole Foods or Tony's and buying a tenderloin and be like, dude, 4 pounds of meat for $200. Fuck that. I mean, I do believe fuck that. But a 4-pound tenderloin, really good USDA prime, whatever, is $200. That's the price of it. It might have been a little cheaper under Trump. It might be a little more expensive now, but it's generally around that amount of money. It's just an expensive cut of meat. And for me to go to the store and pick that one piece and be like, $200 for 4 pounds of meat, fuck that, or maybe it's 5 pounds, but that's just a cocksucker way to do things. So fuck you, Isabel DeLuca, or whatever your dumb name is. That is not the way to convince people. Okay, you should be going, and if that's what you want to eat, fine. I respect that. Do not take a picture of it and say it's expensive, because also that's rubbing people's nose in it. Because there's a lot of people that can't afford $200 for that little bit of shit. Okay, so you're just proving that you have that money to piss off away. Keep that crap to yourself. So yeah, see, I can crap on the right too. I don't really want to get into the single voter stuff that I had planned because I'd like to watch the rest of this baseball game, and SC's on in 40 minutes. And I gotta check in with the Gooses and everybody else. Because let's see here. Well, nobody responded there. Nobody responded there. And these fucking people are just going off. All right. Well, yeah, it's just one of these times, though, hopefully before the election, we can sit down and we're gonna have a small educational thing about what your rights are and what your rights aren't. Because again, just plunked him. I'm getting real tired of people saying I have a right to this and a right to that when you don't. And in the meantime, so you guys can follow along, your rights are laid out in the Bill of Rights. It's literally named that. And that'd be the first 10 amendments in the Constitution. Now, you have other rights after that, like women can vote and no poll tax, shit like that. But those are your rights, the amendments to the Constitution. And then in the Constitution, it does say, hey, stuff that isn't laid out here in the Constitution, what the federal government doesn't grant you, it's up to the states to do, which is a huge argument for my single voter stuff. But then there's also the 9th that says, hey, just because we don't say it's a right doesn't mean it's not a right. But also that, is a gray area because, we don't say you have the right to do this, but lots of people do it. And that can't be an argument because we have laws against it. Because before that, it says, hey, well, we didn't cover, the states covered. So the states cover, and it's kind of like a platitude that, hey, man, if the states and the federal government don't cover it, you can fucking do it. But if the state or the federal government covers it, it's not a right for you. So I think we're having a lot of mix-ups on what is a right and just something you want, which are two very fucking different things. And it's not an argument platform. The other thing is, we're not going to talk about this, but you remember the little weirdo-looking liberal kid who sat down and challenged a bunch of Republicans and apparently won? Well, little Ben Shapiro did the same thing. Go watch that. And if you don't watch that, but goddamn, liberals are fucking stupid, then I mean, I can't help you. You're part of the problem. Also, though, in regards to Ben, which I've wanted to cover this for a while, and I got a couple minutes on this. The grifters on both sides are starting to really annoy the fuck out of me. Like little Benny, little Matt Walsh, and everybody on the left. These guys aren't doing anything but trying to make money. Okay? So when I'm spouting this shit off, I'm not making money off any of this. Stuff I believe in, things like that. These guys are making money. They might believe in it, but they're making money too. So it's in their best interest to be theatrical and like a shock jock kind of thing. But they're not helping the cause at all. They're not convincing anyone. So if they were a true conservative and they might be true, but if they really wanted to help the cause, they would not be so fucking abrasive and just find the 30 dumbest liberals they can find and debate them. Because you're not changing anyone's mind by that. Okay? You know, Charlie Kirk, the other guy, Crowder, who went to college campuses and just made liberals look dumb. You're not helping. You're actually making the divide worse because you're confrontational, and I know you're just doing it to make money. But you're a grifter. You would do the same thing on the other side, like Chris Cuomo. Is it Chris? That's the guy that was on CNN, right? He is not a psycho liberal, but he was on CNN. You know why? Because they were writing the checks. And now he has his own show, and he's a little bit more in the middle. You know why? Because he can be. Because CNN isn't writing the checks anymore. And I'm sure if Fox News was like, hey, man, do you want to come have your own show on here with some stipulations, but you get a big paycheck, he would do the same thing. These people are not on your side, is, I guess, the point I'm saying. Okay? Matt Walsh is not on your side if you're a conservative. He's looking for a paycheck. So is little Shapiro, the little fast-talking Jew, which, I mean, again, he makes good points. Okay, I agree with him on some things. I can't stand his fucking voice, though, and the way he presents it. He is a little fast-talking, you know, feller. Matt Walsh I can't stand. Crowder can't. None of them. Even though I do agree with them to an extent on most things, but they're grifters, man. They're just after a paycheck. I'm not even sure they believe the crap they say, but it makes for good entertainment when little Maddie or little Benny is getting shitting all over liberals. Just like the little sissin boy, the little sissin faggot. Okay? It makes for good things when he shits out on conservatives because they go find the dumbest conservatives who are like, hey man, I want my guns to drink and drive and I want slaves back. We don't all think like that, but it makes for good money and they're getting paid by that side. They don't care about you. They don't make good points because nobody believes extreme like that shit that they do. And nobody does that. That's not the real world. Okay, you got to find a balance in the middle. But with that being said, party always trumps person. And if you believe any differently, you're wrong. Because, you know, you may not like Trump, but if you vote Trump, you get all the conservative policies. So if that's what you're after, you need to vote Trump. And if you don't like Kamala, but you want Democrat policies, you need to vote for her. Okay, that's how that works. Party always trumps person, and that's an insane thing to think any differently. It's like, you know, you root for the team, not the player. I want the Broncos to win. I don't necessarily want Bo Nix to do good. I don't necessarily care for Bo Nix. I don't think he's a great quarterback, but I want the Broncos to win. So I'm going to cheer for Bo Nix to do well. Does that make sense? Of course it does. It's exact same with politics, man. You want your team, because it's a team effort. You're going to get, you know, the Republican, the conservative agenda or the liberal agenda. Which agenda would you like? Because unfortunately, right now we have a two-party system, and that's the way that it works. So you just need to go with what side you identify best with. And if it's a single issue, you're a fucking idiot. You cannot be a single issue voter. That is not the way that, good God, You don't eat a single meal every day, do you? Of course not. So you can't have a single ideology. I can't wait for this fucking election to be over, man. No, I mean, at this point, I don't care who wins. I want. Here it comes, an American Caesar. Death to democracy. American Caesar. Somebody who's super cool. I know a bunch of people are going to be all pissed off about that, but whatever. That's where we're at. We need somebody to just get everybody in line. Like, hey, man, no more fucking around on any side. American Caesar with the Senate. Get rid of the House. I don't know. We're so fucked. All right. I'm getting out of Dodge. SC's on shortly. World Series on now. We can talk about games for a little bit. Real quick. We'll just get that out of the way. Black Ops 6 came out. It's all right. It was fun to hang with Blip for a little bit and play video games. I don't know if I'll go back to streaming it or not. And to Phil and Piga, fuck you guys. Very disappointed in you guys bouncing out in a search match. They don't like search. We were playing a hardcore search and they were complaining and left. I'm hurt by that. And I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. That just I can't tolerate that kind of insolence, and it's just that's not good. Search is what made Call of Duty what is. That's the best multiplayer thing you can do. Search, kill, confirm, dom, and hardcore. That's where it's at. Maybe you guys will be nice and come play zombies with us. But I've got to say I'm pretty hurt. I'm out of crowd a little bit. Other than that, everything else is in a shit state, and I don't know if we're ever going to stream games again. We need a good one. I thought about streaming some Call of Duty, but I have to set some stuff up, and maybe, but probably not. We'll see. Hey, I appreciate everyone who listened tonight. Still looking for some lefties to talk to. If you don't want to come on the podcast, find me on the Twitter. But yeah, let's talk to some of you guys. I generally want to ask you, like, what the fuck are you thinking? But it'll all be like, well, what about Trump? We're not going to do that. I won't say what about Kamala. You can't say what about Trump. I want to know what you actually think. But like I said, I appreciate everyone who listened tonight. I appreciate everyone who listens in the future. When this podcast hits everywhere you get your podcasts, tell your friends and family about it. If you love your family, tell them about it. They'll find somebody like-minded. If you hate your family, tell somebody about it. It'll rage them. Until next time.